This is KGW News at 11.
And we begin this evening with breaking news. Oregon says goodbye to a natural foods entrepreneur. Bob Moore, founder of Bob's Red Mill, has died at the age of 94. This is archive footage of Moore in 2019 on KGW Carpool with Brenda Braxton. Moore founded the Milwaukee-based company 40 years ago. His products quickly grew into a national brand, which now offers over 200 products in more than 70 countries. Moore was committed to making high-quality food for all to enjoy. In 2018, he spoke with our Pat Doris about his love for the company he built.
I was really having a good time, man. This is what I was made for. I knew that. I really knew that. It didn't take me long to realize that there's nothing in this world that this is what I need to do. And I did it, and I've been doing it, and I'm doing it today.
Company officials say Moore passed away peacefully at his home. He is survived by his 3 sons, daughters-in-law, 9 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. In a statement, CEO of Bob's Red Mill says Bob's legacy will live on forever in all of us who had the opportunity to work with him, and is infused into the Bob's Red Mills brand. A celebration of life is being planned in his honor. Portland police have identified a man accused of killing his wife in the Lentz neighborhood on Thursday. Ashley Grahams has been following this story, and Ashley, it was confirmed today that the suspect is a former professional wrestler.
Right, he used to wrestle back in the 1980s when the WWE was the WWF, but now he's suspected of shooting and killing his wife. A shooting Thursday morning in the Lentz neighborhood took the life of 85-year-old Jeanette Becraft. Police, tactical teams, and canines surrounded a home. Officers said the suspect was inside.
This person at first was not cooperative, so we called out the Special Emergency Reaction Team and the Crisis Negotiation Team.
2 hours later, he walked out and was taken into custody. The suspect accused of killing Becraft is her husband, 70-year-old William Haynes. He's also known as Billy Jack Haynes, a former WWE wrestler. Here's video from his debut in the early 1980s.
But I'll take anybody who comes along. Eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
You know, if you grew up watching Portland wrestling in the early 80s, Billy Jack was part of your Saturday nights.
Jim Valley, a host of Wrestling Observer Live, says Haynes was a fixture in the Northwest, but his professional wrestling career was never as successful as many hoped.
But he never got that big push. He never got the marketing behind him. He always did fine, but he was never a top guy.
On Saturday, police said it's likely Haynes will face charges for his wife's death.
And I know that there are people watching this now who grew up watching Billy Jack and are just like, it's very sad. It's very sad.
Well, Portland police say that right now Haynes is at a Portland hospital being treated for a condition completely unrelated to the shooting. Once he's released and booked, we'll know more about the charges he's facing. John?
All right, Ashley, thank you. Well, a juvenile has been killed after they were hit by a car while riding their bike in Hillsboro this afternoon. This happened around 4 p.m. near Southeast 10th and Baseline. The driver remained on scene and cooperated with the investigation. No arrests have been made. One person is dead and 3 others are hurt tonight after a crash on Southwest Nadeau Parkway in downtown Portland. Around 2:50 this morning, police responded to the crash at the intersection of Southwest Nadeau and Southwest Columbia Street. 2 vehicles were involved, and police found 4 occupants of those vehicles injured, including one who suffered life-threatening injuries. Police say the driver, 46-year-old Jacob Tabor, was involved in another crash, sped off, and then collided with the second vehicle in this case. He faces DUI and assault charges. Portland's Transportation Bureau is putting a new plan in motion to cover a $32 million deficit and avoid a major layoff of employees. That plan includes hiking up the cost to register and park your car. Drivers will see a 20-cent jump in credit card fees on parking meters. 28 new parking officers would be hired to ticket expired tags and parking meters. PBOT has until February 16th to submit their final budget request. Mayor Wheeler and City Council will approve this fiscal budget this summer. Well, turning now to weather, beautiful Saturday here in the Portland area. Joe?
Yeah, 2 weekends in a row, John, with beautiful conditions, and it's going to continue that way tomorrow, although for your Super Bowl Sunday, we're going to start things off with a few rain showers, very light amounts. I would be surprised if we even see up to 1/10 of an inch of rain because of this weak disturbance that's going to be moving on shore here in just the next couple of hours. Again, a few light showers to start off Sunday, but by the afternoon, it's going to be more dry than wet. Over the next 7 days, a few showers over the next few days, but that is about it. A little bit of some dry conditions here and there as well. As we look at the radar, we have this low right here. This is that front that's going to be moving on shore here, bringing in those light showers to start things off on your Sunday morning. A little bit of some snow showers up high, but don't expect to see much in terms of accumulation. On the hour-by-hour forecast, by late morning tomorrow, we're going to be looking at very mild conditions. Take a look at down to the central and southern part of the Willamette Valley. Temperatures near Corvallis right around 55 degrees. And here locally, I'm expecting to see daytime highs right around 52, 54 degrees for your daytime highs. And then by the later part of the day, those showers really stay north of us. So if you have any outdoor plans tomorrow, maybe you're going to have some friends and family over for the big game, it's going to be mainly dry by kickoff. I'll talk more about your detailed forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Joe, thank you.
He's in just like freezing conditions, no food, no water. He's wet, and there's a mountain lion circling around. So the odds weren't really in his favor.
Well, this week, rescuers in Clackamas County braved treacherous conditions to help save a man solo climbing on Mount Hood. Although he was an experienced climber, the weather rapidly fell apart, causing him to lose his way. Clackamas County Search and Rescue says the 45-year-old climber from Mexico began his way back down Mount Hood on February the 4th. Rescue teams suited up and headed out around 1 a.m. on the 5th, dealing with low visibility, high winds, and below freezing temperatures on their mission to find him.
We're kind of slipping and sliding, get down to the Zigzag River, find a way to cross it, and sure enough, the guy's right there, right where his ping had been showing up.
The three then would set off on what would become another 6 hours of trekking across ice and snow to finally reach safety. Well, Lunar New Year festivities kicked off today at the Lansu Chinese Garden in Old Town. This is the Year of the Dragon, which is one of the 12 signs of the Chinese zodiac. The garden will host a month-long celebration that includes cultural performances, interactive activities, and an art exhibit that came to the Rose City all the way from China.
This year we're celebrating the Year of the Dragon, which is typically known as a year of strength, a year of renewal, a year of energy, and we're super excited to see that energy brought here to Lansu and to our Old Town community here in Portland.
Happy Lunar New Year!
Well, festivities at Lansu run through March the 2nd.